Taylor Tomlinson, though, will be starting in pole position for this race 1, and he's looking very, very strong. And alongside him on pole position will be Sam Gardner, and Sam Gardner starting on pole position, starting in second position on that 56 plate. Logan Cousins begins the race in the second row of the grid in third place with Nicholas Dunwoody alongside him. Josh Perkins lines up in fifth place on the number 30 machine with Preston Baker, Oliver Hall and Liam Lindquist in 6th, 7th and 8th. Rex Austin starts the race from 9th on the 991 machine with Tyler Hartley alongside him, so the number 10 in 10th place for Tyler Hartley. Sebastian Gieslowski further down the order than what we would expect him to be, 11th position. He will start in for this race with Archie Hooper alongside him, as Seth Hayward starts in 13th with Bradley Curtis rounding off our 14 bike grid for race 1 after having a slight crash in qualifying. So these guys will make their way to the grid to start race 1. Adam, what are you thinking right now?
Oh, I'm absolutely looking forward to this. I'm because of course this is pretty much my first bike race I've watched. So and it's these little kids just about to just trying to make their way through the ranks of MotoGP and British Superbikes, and they're doing it at such a young level on these little kart circuits.
Yep, so we await there to see what's going on. Oliver Hall, his bike is not lined up in the position that he wants it to be in the moment. Some issues there with his bike. There is Daniel Hall at the side of the track trying to get whatever the issue is sorted potentially. It might just need the choke put on to try to get the thing pull started, but Oliver Hall, all he can do right now is look on. He'll be feeling stressed as actually they're taking off the seat unit at the moment, so they're going to try and open up that engine to be able to do whatever they need to do to get this bike started, to get this bike in the race. Daniel Hall, he will be feeling very, very stressed at the moment as Oliver Hall, he could just look on. I mean, these riders as well, they can't just sit on the grid forever, so a decision is going to be had to be made pretty soon. They can't just leave the bike sitting there outside the track, as Oliver Hall gives his dad a little hit to say, look, I think that's it, I think we have to give up now. But Daniel, no stopping him. Daniel,
no, he's still going.
Resilience there, but now
it's time to get going.
Right, and now Taylor Tomlinson gets the whole shot off the line. Logan Cousins makes his way into second position. Sam Gardner in third place on the 56 machine, but Taylor Tomlinson leads the way. Sam Gardner making his way back into second. A great start there from him. Josh Perkins in fourth place as well. Good start from him as Bradley Curtis makes his way up the order currently, but Rex Austin there coming for your picture. Sam Gardner continues to battle for that race lead. He's been looking incredibly strong in this AC40 Pro class. Can he take it to Taylor Tomlinson, last year's AC40 rookie champion? Can he do anything about it? Can he close the gap as we await to see by the end of this first lap how many positions Sebastian Gieslowski has made himself?
Brilliant start there from Taylor Tomlinson. As we make it our way in towards the final corner, he's just behind, I think that's Sam Gardner just in behind him. They're starting to build a little bit of a gap towards the rest of the field here. They head over the starting time and towards turn number 1 there. You can see a bit of quite a big gap there, quite a sizable gap there. So they two will probably be battling it out in the next couple of laps, but they'll have to be aware not to battle too much. I'm pretty sure that's going to start to fall back into the pack, and that's not what they are going to be wanting.
Yeah, it's not what they're going to be wanting. At the line last time around, the gap between the front two and third place man Logan Cousins was 1.4 seconds. What can Logan Cousins do? Can he stretch it? Can the front two continue to stretch it? Because Sam Gardner, he's looking on it. He's the fastest lap of the race so far off the line, 3/10 away at the line from Taylor Tomlinson. As you see, Baker going a little bit slow there out of the corner, but he's managed to get it back in the power band and get it going again. Of course, Preston Baker competing in the AC40 Pro class, looking incredibly strong. Liam Lindquist just behind him as well, as Preston Baker dropped down to 6th position. Nicholas Dunwoody has managed to get past him as Bradley Curtis makes his way up to 12th place, as Sebastian Gieslowski, last year's second place in the championship in the rookie class, he's still down in 9th, as we have yellow flags out around the circuit at the moment. So there may have been a rider that had a little tip off there, but we await to see as now they come around the back section of the circuit. It's still Taylor Thompson who leads by 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, there again, once again, there's still been on that lead, but I think we're going to focus more on towards the middle of the section. I'm not entirely sure who that is. We focus back on towards Sam Gardner here. He's trying to get his head down and make his way towards etching towards Taylor Tomlinson, but Tomlinson, I'm pretty sure, had by 0.2 of a second, had a faster time over Gardner there, but he'll make his way now in towards this little section here and around 140 degrees, and then back on towards this little cambered section. The track will fall away from you on the left hand side there and in towards the Warren, and back down the straight run.
Yep, down the straight run they go now into the left-hander, crank it over to the left-hand side of the tyre. You can just see the bumps there, and the bumps actually sending Sam Gardner a little bit wide. So 0.4 of a second at the line last time around. I can almost guarantee you it's certainly going to build there, but can Sam Gardner build it back up? And can he close that gap? Because he's really going to have to get pushing. He has a nice marker to follow, which is a good thing. Fastest lap of the race goes to Sam Gardner, 49.553. 0.3 of a second away from Taylor Thompson. So one thing's for sure, and that is you cannot say he's not trying.
Yeah, absolutely. I love seeing these whatever age they're at, just them absolutely gunning it around the circuit, absolutely not giving a care in the world, and going for glory here. And we now resume back with the lead of the race. I think there was Tomlinson moving towards the left-hand side there, and look at that, there you go, Sam Gardner having a look now around the outside, but I think he's going to stay in behind there, just copy what Tomlinson is doing. But I think that he'll start learning of where his weakness is. All about analyze. Oh my goodness me,
analyzing.
But just checking out what his opponent is doing. Where is his weaknesses? Where is his strength? He's looking now around the outside, but I think not quite there as Thompson just squeezes down to the inside. Oh, they collided. They both collided, and both the leaders are off, and this is massive. I think there's going to be a yellow flag out here. Can they get the bike restarted? That is Tomlinson that's managed to get it restarted. Oh, he's immediately stopped there, but at a dramatic moment in the early stages of this race, Logan Cousins will get the race lead now.
Yeah, it looked like Taylor Thompson might have still kept that race lead, because at the line last time around 0.7 of a second was the gap. He managed to get the bike restarted. It didn't actually stop once he tipped it over, but they managed to get it going again. And there is Sam Gardner. Sam Gardner is down once again. So 2 crashes in one lap there from Sam Gardner. Very, very disappointing there from him. He's trying to get the bike restarted. The exhaust is bent at the back. It's trying to spit. It's spitting and it's spluttering. They're bashing the handlebars back into place. So bent handlebars there. His bike actually flipped once he fell over on that second time around. But there's Logan Cousins. What is the lead now? 1.2 seconds is the gap between himself and Josh Perkins, but Taylor Tomlinson having a fall after making contact with Sam Gardner. Sam Gardner looked down that inside. It was a bit too late. Tomlinson already committed to the corner, too much speed, and down they both went. So 3 laps to go, 3 laps remain in this race, and it's Logan Cousins, the number 7, who leads the way from Josh Perkins, and Liam Lindquist also on the podium. An incredible ride there from Liam Lindquist, as more issues there at the side of the track for one of our riders. So they're trying to get the bike restarted, they're trying to get it going again, but we're gonna have to wait and see. It's drama on this, with just 3 laps to go in this final couple of laps. All the drama is starting to unfold now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think looking back to that battle between Tomlinson and the other one, yeah, it was a bit of a desperate move, do you think? You made it a bit too early, just going down that inside and then tipping over. That was really unfortunate there for both riders. But it now leaves with Logan Cousins in the lead of the race with a 1.6 second advantage over Josh Perkins. So I think this is almost wrapped up for the number 7.
Yep, it's almost wrapped up for the number 7, but it's not over till it's over. We've seen there with that mistake from Sam Gardner's. Preston Baker is having his own issues there. The hands are up in the air, and he's not happy about that. Can they get the bike restarted? It looks like they have, so he's just got to jump on and safely rejoin them. But Logan Cousins, the number 7 machine, bright yellow levers, leads the way. There's another crash there from one of the riders further back in the field. I believe that might be Nicholas Dunwoody having a small accident there. Yeah, that is Nicholas Dunwoody at that final corner, and now he jumps over the tyre wall, and very, very disappointing from him, as right now in this race we have 10 runners remaining. It's been drama all the way throughout. there is our race leader going on to the back section of the circuit. The number 7 machine making his way through the straight run. He powers it out through at the line. Last time around, 2.2 seconds separated this man here, Logan Cousins, from Josh Perkins. It'll be his first race win of the weekend. Liam Lindquist still in 3rd place. So can Logan Cousins hold on to it? This is where the nerves start getting to you. This is where your head can get to you. You start riding tense. You know you can pick up your first race win of the year, and he will. Logan Cousins wins the AC40 Pro race. In 2nd position, Josh Perkins, the number 30, will make his way to the line. Liam Lundquist, number 14, will come home in 3rd, as more problems once again there from the rider that is not happy at all. So Preston Baker having his own issues at the side of the circuit as Sebastian Gosowski comes across the line in 5th after starting in 9th.
Yeah, incredibly dramatic race for the first race of the weekend. It's really just shown what these guys are about. There will be action. There'll be some absolute action. We now move on towards what I believe will be the highlight reel as we watch now Logan Cousins make his way now into the pit lane, and he grabs his first win of his of the AC40 Pro Championship.
So it was a great race there, and straight away we had a great battle. It was going to be Taylor Thompson, who started the race in pole position and has had an accident later on in the race. But a great first race of the day for these guys, for the AC40 Pro class. But what will we wait and see later on today, because Taylor Thompson, he was leading the way. It was a great battle all the way. So Sam Gardner was trying everything to catch up to Taylor Thompson throughout this race. You can just see by his body language, he was giving it everything, and he was trying his absolute best. He was trying to close the gap where he could, and it looked like it was, especially going on to this straight run, is where he could make it. You could just see every single lap the gap was closing and closing, and Taylor Thompson was getting put more and more under pressure. It got to the point where Taylor Thompson would be able to hear the exhaust of Sam Gardner, but all drama started to unfold. It was Taylor Thompson who still led the way over the line as Sam Gardner, in chasing, tried a move, and it was not very successful. He took out Taylor Thompson and himself from the race. Tomlinson ran onto the motorcycle. It was still running, but as he got it over to the other side of the circuit, it stopped running once again. They tried to get restarted. A shake of the head for Tomlinson. He couldn't believe it. Just like this man here, Logan Cousins, he couldn't believe it. He was leading the way as Sam Gardner had a second incident of the race, as in this crash the bike stopped. They had to push the handlebars back into place, but the battles happened all the way down the field. Just 8 finishers in this race, and Logan Cousins was leading the way still by 2 seconds at this point of the race from Josh Perkins, and Liam Lindquist sat in 3rd. Preston Baker had his own issues in the race. He was not happy with that one. He was very, very disappointed and couldn't believe it, as they were just in the final couple of laps. But Logan Cousins, he was buzzing as we await for this bike to try and get restarted. But more issues happened. Once again, a faller, Nicholas Dunwoody, crashing at the final corner. He was very, very displeased, just like all the other competitors who crashed in this race. Just 8 finishers made it to the line in this one. It's a real race of nutrition. But here is your race leader. There is Logan Cousins, and he came across the line to win the opening race of the weekend. The first race of the day is seconds away. The AC40 Pros will be the first race of the day for the race 2 of the weekend. We finished all the warm-ups so far today. The last warm-up session was the Mini GP 70s with Luke Fitchett leading the way. We've seen a lot of drama yesterday, a lot of battles, and it was great to see from all these young riders. And once again, track conditions are a bit overcast.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been seeing all these overcast weathers all day, and hopefully it will get it will get a bit sunnier later on in the day. But as you can see there, the AC40 Pro is about to head out onto the circuit. They all roll up to their designated grid slots. And of course, we've seen a bit of history between the front two there of Taylor Tomlinson and Sam Gardner, as we were about to explain.
Yep, yesterday in race 1, it was a battle between Sam Gardner and Taylor Tomlinson, with Sam Gardner diving down the inside at turn 2 in the late stages of the race. Contact was made between the two of them, and both of them crashed out of the race. Sam Gardner managed to remount on his motorcycle, managed to get underway again, but it would later crash just a lap later, and both the races would come to an end. 0 points were on the board, but it was a great race, and hopefully we can see similar battles later on today. And later on in this race, hopefully we can see the same battle, the same championship fight which we've seen last season in the AC40 Pro class. But plenty of riders in this field today, plenty of talent in this field making their way on the intermediate AC40 Pro grid, with Taylor Tomlinson starting on pole position with Sam Gardner alongside him. Will they be battling? Will they be dueling? Wait to find out. Logan Cousins and Nicholas Dunwoody on the second row of the grid, with Josh Perkins and Preston Baker in 5th and 6th. And on the next row of the grid, it'll be Oliver Hall and Liam Lindquist in 7th and 8th, with Rex Austin and Tyrell Hartley in 9th and 10th. Sebastian Kasowski starts in 11th, with Archie Hooper in 12th. Seth Hayward will start 13th, with Bradley Curtis rounding out our 14 bike grid. So great action coming up. Riders making their way onto the grid, and tension is very high.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see what's about to unfold here in the first race of Sunday's coverage. I'm sure there will be a lot of tension between the front row of the grid with Tomlinson and Gardner. Do you agree with that, Lewis?
Yeah, I do. I think tension is as high as ever been, but the point to the light has been made. The lights will switch on for the first race of the day, and we go racing. It's Taylor Tomlinson who gets the whole shot straight away. Sam Gardner in second position, right behind them, and Preston Baker making his way into third. Josh Perkins drops in the order to 5th position at the moment. Logan Cousins just behind him, with Liam Lindquist and Oliver Hall in their own battle just behind. Rex Austin following the way through in this first 180-degree corner through the hairpin, just behind Sebastian Gasowski. But at the front at the moment, it's Taylor Tomlinson who leads the way as Preston Baker looks down the inside at the long sweeping left-hander into the S's on the likes of Bradley Curtis there at the back of the field. But at the front, straight away, Taylor Tomlinson leading the way and trying to bridge a gap from Sam Gardner, who seems to have dropped back in the early stages in this race.
Absolutely. Taylor Tomlinson really getting that launch off the line. He really needed that, especially with his battle with Sam Gardner last time out. This will be crucial for him to go on and win yet another race in the AC40 Pro class.
Yep, he's going to want to take another race win, but Sam Gardner will do anything to stop that. It was a mistake yesterday from him, but he's learnt his lesson and he's back for vengeance. There's Liam Lindquist leading the way on Oliver Hall. That is the battle currently for 7th position, but this is the battle for 2nd, and Preston Baker looks very racy into this long left-hander, which we see Taylor Tomlinson going round right now, and then they'll flip round to the right-hand side of the tyre just in a moment's time before heading down Simpson Straight towards the end of the lap. Such a fast circuit, such a windy circuit, and such a tight track, which means it's going to make it very, very difficult for the likes of Preston Baker to make this move on Sam Gardner.
Absolutely, you really have to let your opponent know you're there, and I think that's Preston Baker trying the outside here on Gardner, but they make their way now into turn number 2. We've seen a couple of dive bombs there being made into turn number 2, just trying to distract the opponent, but it doesn't look like it's working. I think that's Nicholas Dunwoody there on the back of Baker. They head their way into 180 degrees, and look at that, that's also Josh Perkins, I believe, trying to get involved in that one. So there's a bit of a scrap already going on in the first 3 laps of this race, and we now watch one of the battles heading towards this back section of the circuit.
Yeah, but that's Nicholas Dunwoody looking round the outside of Josh Perkins, hoping to get the inside line for this flip-flop into the S's, but he cannot make it work, and Preston Baker's bike is protesting. His bike is shaking about, but he does not care. He's putting it into the corner. It sticks round. But there is Logan Cousins now onto the back of Nicholas Dunwoody, hoping to claim another position. But Sam Gardner still winning his battle, and he looks very confident. Even at turn 2 where he had that crash yesterday, it's cruelly not affected his confidence, and it's cruelly not affected his ability. He's still putting in the lap times and fast lap times at that. Straight away, the top 5 riders into the 50-second bracket. Very, very quick for these early stages. 6 laps to go, and Sam Gardner still under threat from Preston Baker.
Yeah, so fantastic battle at the moment. We watch our 2 riders heading towards this little sequence here. They now flip-flap through their way and down the Simpson straight, following Gardner and Baker. I believe I can confirm that. Gardner just trying to do everything he can. I don't think he'll be able to catch Thompson just yet, so he'll just be focusing on trying to keep that position of second place and keep his head cool, unlike last time out. So we follow Baker. No, there's an accident there. And who's that, Lewis?
That's Oliver Hall there, stopped at the side of the circuit. We've seen bike issues from him yesterday, actually, on the grid. He tried to dismantle the bike on the grid, but they couldn't get him out in time, and he was a DNS. But now we can see the battle still raging on, and actually Sam Gardner and Preston Baker are somewhat working together right now. They're not making any stupid lunges, and they're not making any stupid moves to slow each other down, and that's allowing them to escape from the likes of Josh Perkins and Nicholas Dunwoody. So now the gap at the line between Preston Baker and Josh Perkins is 1 second to be exact. But Preston Baker there looking down the inside into this right-hander, and he makes it stick, but it's going to be Sam Gardner who'll have the inside line for the next corner, and it looks like the move has stuck. So Preston Baker now leading the way from Sam Gardner. Very, very clean move and didn't disrupt the rhythm.
Yeah, that's a brilliant move there from Preston Baker. He made his appearance known to Gardner, and he only had to he backed out really, he's now got to just regain that confidence with 4 laps to go. There is a possibility that he's got to overtake it, as we see another battle between back here with Perkins and Dunwoody, I believe, heading into the Warden, and now switching back to our battle for second place. Looks like Taylor Tomlinson has already headed back down the field, so he's about 4 seconds ahead of this pack. We will now continue with Baker and Gardner. Do you think Gardner will be able to get ahead, or is it a bit too much for the number 56 rider?
I think if anyone could do it, it's going to be Gardner at the moment. 4 laps to go. It's allowing them now just to get the chance to watch Preston Baker. It's very easy to follow another rider. All you really need to do is look at their braking markers and brake just ever so slightly deeper. As we're seeing here, he's gaining a lot of times on the brakes, and it's very, very easy to follow another rider. But it's whenever you're at the front with a clear track in front of you, as Taylor Thompson now 4.3 seconds up the road. So it's a clear track in front of them, so it's all their own markers. But Nicholas Dunwoody, he found the way past Josh Perkins at this left-hander that we're coming to onto the straight run. So last lap around, he managed to make the move stick, and now he still leads. But Josh Perkins now looking down the inside, almost made the move stick, but he's taking a tighter line towards the S's, but it's not going to work. He's not going to have the drive out of it. And will this allow Logan Cousins to leave his mark?
Absolutely. Logan Cousins, just see him back here. If they collide at the top there, then he can just go through and pick up the pieces, which will be some great championship points to add to his. But they're now coming side by side over the start finish line and in towards turn 1. I think that's Nicholas Dunwoody in front. Is that right, Lewis?
Yeah, that's Logan Cousins there. Managed to make the move on Nicholas Dunwoody. He's managed to make his way into 4th position. They were side by side at the line, and Josh Perkins, he was 0.005 of a second ahead at the line. That is incredible. But now Logan Cousins, he's looking racing. He looks like he wants to try and get involved in this battle and getting involved in this 4th place battle between these 2 riders, because Taylor Thompson, the race leader, 5.4 seconds at the front, so I don't think we're going to see too much of them, as Oliver Hall at the side of the circuit watching this battle unfold. And what a battle it is, as Nicholas Dunwoody, he's trying to line up a move into this final corner.
Yeah, brilliant there from Josh Perkins. He's just going to lead this field and they make their way onto the final lap of the race and towards turn 1. I think he might have this for the moment, but don't count your chickens too early. There's still a few overtaking spots on this circuit where they can actually go for it. But again, you have to make yourself known and distract your opponent. Make sure to throw them off a little bit. We now latch on to Taylor Tomlinson, who's got a massive lead at the moment. I'm really, really looking forward to this. He makes his way now in towards the next sequence of corners. It's been an absolutely fantastic race from our championship leader.
Yep, it has, and now he's coming into the final sector. He's already celebrating 6.1 seconds at the line last time around, and he knows he's done it. He's done it in a dominant fashion. Taylor Tomlinson dances over the line and is very, very happy with that one. A wave to the camera. I seen him this morning in the paddock, and he looked very, very happy and very, very confident, and that is how you win by 5.5 seconds. But there's Bradley Curtis having the battle further back as Rockstar Rex Austin makes his way past Sebastian Gieslowski for that final couple of positions in the top 10. That's for 8th place. They cross the line, and Rex Austin managing to get ahead of Sebastian Gieslowski. But Taylor Thompson, a great race from him. He's still dancing away at the back section of the circuit, still waving to the cameras. But Taylor Thompson winning by 5.5 seconds ahead of Preston Baker and Sam Gardner rounding out our podium.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, he looked so confident throughout that race. Let's go through the results. Taylor Tomlinson is your winner, the fastest lap, going to the number 77 if we now follow the top 10. Preston Baker in second place ahead of Sam Gardner. Josh Perkins in fourth ahead of Nicholas Dunwoody and Logan Cousins. Liam Lindquist in seventh ahead of Rockstar Rex Austin. Sebastian Gieslowski and Tyler Hartley is your top 10. So an amazing race there to kickstart our Sunday coverage. What do you think of that one, Lewis?
Yeah, but it was a great battle for that 4th place position. That was really the highlight. It seemed that Preston Baker managed just to have the upper hand later on in the race. At the line, it was about half a second between the two riders from Sam Gardner and Preston Baker. But there is Oliver Hull walking off the circuit. We'll be very, very disappointed with that one, and yet again some bike issues, it seems, causing some havoc for him. But great race there, and great first race of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking to Oliver Hull, I believe, on yesterday actually, and he was feeling really confident. I think that's going to knock his confidence a little bit, but he's still got race 3 to build up his confidence. I really think that he'll just take it nice and easy for the third race. So now we move on into race 3. So the AC40 Pros are back out here onto the circuit. So we had a fantastic race 1, fantastic race 2. What are we expecting for race 3, the final race for these guys?
Well, we're going to expect a battle like usual, because Taylor Tomlinson, someone is going to want to stop him. He was saying he's feeling confident, especially about the pro race at the moment. He believes that he'll be probably fighting Byron Johnson in the elite class if he had a liquid cooled bike, but he has a lot of track time this weekend, does this young man. 3 classes that he's racing, a lot of laps this weekend around this Red Lodge circuit. So we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen, because this is going to be the race that you're going to remember heading into the next round. This is the race where you build off. You're only as good as your last race. But now the riders head off onto their formation lap before we get going for the final race of the day for the AC40 Pro race, where Taylor Tomlinson will start in pole position with Sam Gardner alongside him. It's Logan Cousins in third place with Nicholas Dunwoody alongside him in fourth. Josh Perkins and Preston Baker start in 5th and 6th position, with in 7th Oliver Hull and Liam Lindquist will start in that row of the grid, with Rex Austin and Tyler Hartley in 9th and 10th in the 5th row of our grid. Sebastian Gieslowski and Archie Hooper will start in 11th and 12th, with Seth Hayward and Bradley Curtis in 13th and 14th. So a 14 bike field here in the AC40 Pro class. It's going to be a special race. It's going to be a good one. And now, can Sam Gardner catch Taylor Tomlinson?
Oh, again, like we said, they two have got absolute history between the two, especially in the first race. But I do think Taylor Tomlinson will be feeling confident. He's got a lot more miles on that bike, so hopefully he'll be wanting to, for his sake, be on the best confidence as possible. He wants to be sky high and hopefully go into the next weekend full of confident hope that he can extend a championship lead.
Yep, he's going to want to extend this championship lead in fine style. He's going to want to end this weekend in fine style with another race win. Lee Klaus asks everyone to exit the grid. She points to the lights. The lights will go on, and we will go racing for the final race of the weekend for the AC40 Pro class. It's Taylor Tomlinson who leads the way from Sam Gardner in 2nd position. Josh Perkins in 5th place at the moment, as in 7th at the moment, as well as Oliver Hull. So a very, very clean start. But Sebastian Gieslowski getting slightly pushed out, it seems, at the moment on the 64 machine. But At the front is Taylor Thompson, leads the way from Sam Gardner, and Preston Baker, another great ride from him. We've seen it in race 2. He was up at the front, so now in 3rd position for him. Logan Cousins in 4th, and Perkins in 5th. Nicholas Dunwoody just behind in 6th place. So it looks like if Sam Gardner wants to battle for the race lead, he has to have the pace early on.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sam Gardner currently running in P2. We head towards this final corner. I believe that is the battle between Gardner and I think that's Cousins. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, it's Preston Baker going round the outside there into turn 1. A great move.
Yeah, fantastic there. So in towards Senna we go. And Preston Baker will take P2 there. And they make their way now in towards 180 degrees. And you already see there, I think that's Gardner under pressure there from Logan Cousins, I believe, are race 1 winners. We head now down in towards the Warren and down the long straights. Here we go, trying to snap a bit of a slipstream we go, but no can do just yet. So we're going to try and build up a rhythm before heading into the final stage, where we can see a lot of action as the confidence of these riders be sky high, and already see sky high confidence here from Logan Cousins, trying on the inside here of Sam Gardner, and he will nip that podium place off the number 56, and that's a fantastic move. They're still side by side, and Sam Gardner will get that place back, so he's not having any of it that easily, and Sam Gardner to retake P3 for that one.
Yep, Sam Gardner in P3 at the moment, but under extreme pressure from Logan Cousins. Josh Perkins also there to pick up the pieces if it's needed, but we're going to have to wait and see. 7 laps to go remain in this race, and now the run onto the straight run, and Taylor Tomlinson at the front still, but all eyes are in this battle for the final podium position. It's the closest battle that we have at the moment, and as we see Sam Gardner in race 1, he hit into Taylor Tomlinson. It was drama. There's been a lot of drama this weekend, but still they battle away, and still they have so much confidence on their bike, which is so great to see from such a young age, that they're able just to discard crashes, put it back to the back of their mind, and they're using a great defensive tactic, going to the inside of the circuit, fend off that next corner, so even if Logan Cousins tried it, he'll be forced to go round the outside. But Josh Perkins just behind this group still, and you have to wonder if these keep battling, if these two riders continue to battle, can Perkins get involved? Because Logan Cousins, he looks like he wants to have a shot.
Oh, absolutely. So Logan already there trying to move on that inside line, but a no can do. The number 7 is going to have a look here on the inside, but then they'll switch now to the outside and see if we can get a little switch in here, tighten up and get that bike leaned in and flip-flopping towards the S's section, and on the run down towards, can we see a move here? I think that's a move there from Logan Cousins, and Cousins once again up into P3, but can he remain this position? No. Great exit there from Sam Gardner. He's going to have the inside line there, and once again that acceleration that Gardner had on that final corner, absolutely doing it for him, and that's going to really prove pivotal if he wants to keep a podium place, and if he can't get close to Baker, then 3rd place will have to do.
Yeah, we're going to wait and see, though, because that was a near identical pass compared to just a couple of laps ago. So Logan Cousins, he needs to work in that drive out the final corner, otherwise in the last lap that might prove to be the decider. Logan Cousins looks down the inside once again, and into the S's they'll go now through the flip-flop from the left to the right, and now they'll power it out through the 56, the 7. Who's going to get it? It seems Logan Cousins' drive here is superb, but not this time around, and now we'll wait to see, can Sam Gardner stretch out this gap now that he's managing to already be in front of Cousins at the line? This is going to be his gap to try and make the break and try and catch up to Preston Baker. What he needs to do is get past Baker, get a gap, get another rider in between you two, so then you can try and escape, because there is Perkins and Dunwoody just behind the two. So this battle could soon become a 5-bike battle for 2nd place if they can reel in Preston.
Yeah, absolutely. If we turn this into a 5-bike battle, wow, we're going to have a lot of action to try and cover with around this circuit. You all see them try and tip the bike in and get any sort of psychological advantage. That was Josh Perkins just defending from Dunwoody, as we now look towards this battle between the that's for 4th and 5th, I believe.
Yeah, Josh Perkins, a great ride there. Currently in 5th position from Nicholas Dunwoody. So a great battle for 5th and 6th place. But there is Preston Baker leading this pack. They've definitely reeled him in. The gap has definitely closed in the past couple of laps. Last time around, Sam Gardner was 0.3 of a lap quicker than Preston Baker. So these guys are coming in. They're coming quick because he can hear Logan Cousins' bike just behind him. He can hear the 2-stroke engine purring away as Preston Baker tries his best to keep away and tries his best not to get swallowed by this pack. If one overtakes you, another 3 can come past just behind, because this field is getting massive. This group is getting massive. Is now Logan Cousins looking towards the inside of the final corner, and he cannot make it work this time around. And now Sam Gardner, he's going to have a great drive once again with just 2 laps to go.
It's like he's been preserving those rear tyres. He's been absolutely getting those crucial X's, as I think that was Josh Perkin just trying to defend on the inside, just not allowing Nicholas Dunwoody on the inside. We now continue to follow with Sam Gardner and Logan's Cousins, and Cousins having a look there on the inside of Gardner. Gardner will just try and defend that inside into the Warren, but now down the long straight, who's going to have the grunt towards this sweeping left-hander? And we go, and that's again Perkins is very on the defensive with Dunwoody in behind. They're starting to create a little gap, and that's because of Perkins' defense. When you defend like that, you're going to create a little bit of a gap between you and the cars in front of us. So we now switch to Taylor Tomlinson with on the final lap we go. So Tomlinson has been absolutely bossing it out in front here, and he's been really gaining a lot of confidence. The reigning AC40 rookie champion is really doing the business in the Pro, and it really gives him some fantastic confidence going into the next round. So the number 77, giving him a little wave. He's that confident that he's just waving at our camera. It's absolutely fantastic to see. Hopefully he won't get too cocky, because that could cause a bit of karma going being backslapped to you. But Taylor Tomlinson will just take it nice and easy now in towards the final chicane we go. The number 77, Taylor Tomlinson, will once again win, and he looks to the camera. He knows exactly where they are. It's absolutely incredible. Way into the camera, and he'll take another win in the AC40 Pro, with Preston Baker taking 2nd place ahead of Sam Gardner. Logan Cousins in 4th there ahead of Josh Perkin and Nicholas Dunwoody. So Perkin just holding off the number 31. Rex Austin will take home 7th, and we now follow this battle with Oliver Hall, Sebastian Gaslowski and Tyler Hartley. And wow, incredible stuff there.
Yep, incredible stuff. Taylor Tomlinson wins by 7.3 seconds. What a race that was. We didn't see much of him on the camera, but I don't think he'll be caring about that much right now. His elbow down. He loves to do that. He enjoys to do that to celebrate his race wins. But yeah, right now he's just having some fun. He's showing that he is boss. He's showing that he did that easy. The number 77, our race winner for the final race of the weekend for the AC40 Pro class, Preston Baker, lucky to not get swallowed by that group in 2nd position with Sam Gardner. Rounded off the podium places in that race, so a good ride there from him, managing to keep behind Logan Cousins. Josh Perkins came home in 5th, round our top 5 of Nicholas Dunwoody at the back of that 5-bike pack. Rex Austin came home in 7th with Liam Lindquist just behind in 8th. Oliver Hall and Sebastian Gaslowski had a great battle in 9th and 10th, with Tyler Hartley and Seth Hayward rounding out our 12-bike grid. And our final race of the weekend for the AC40 Pro class is now over, and well, it's quite a shame to see because what great racing we've had.